For petition, my lord. That page number.
ಏನು ಅರ್ಚಕ
This is the case where
Page
your
number
lordship had posed the
38,
question
my
to
lord,
me,
annexure.
ಯಾಕ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ?
ಹ?
The balance 1.5 crores ಯಾಕ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ.
ಓ ಇದು ಎಸ್ ಏನಾಯ್ತು
No, my lord, what has happened is, my lord, initially in their own documents, what they have
ಈಗ ಒಂದ್ ನಿಮಿಷ ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯ ಅವರೇ
Yes.
ಇದು ಟೇಕ್ ಮಿ ಟು ದೋಸ್ ಟು ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ವೇರ್ ದಿ ಚೀಫ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್
Page number
ಅಪ್ರೂವ್ಡ್
38, first document, my lord.
before that, my lord,
No, no, I will
I'll
point
get
out,
back
my
to you.
lord.
Page number
My lord, page number 38.
38
ಹೌದು.
ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ
This is the second order.
ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ 1.5 crores
1.5.
ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಅದು?
My lord,
ಉಳಿದ ವಿನಾಯಿತಿ ಮಾಡಲು ಕೋರಿ 1.5 ಕೋಟಿ
ಬಿಡುಗಡೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಎಡಗಡೆ ಸಿಎಂ ಸಿಗ್ನೇಚರ್,
ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ?
ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಬೈ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಕಾರ್ಯದರ್ಶಿಗಳು ಆರ್ಥಿಕ ಇಲಾಖೆ
ಅಗತ್ಯ
ಕ್ರಮ
ಕೈಗೊಂಡು
ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ
ಹಾ.
ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಸೆಂಟ್ ಟು ಫೈನಾನ್ಸ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್.
ಪೇಜ್
41 annexure N.
ಹಾ.
It is under secretary finance department expenses.
what is it here?
ಉಳಿಕೆ 1.5 ಕೋಟಿಗಳನ್ನ ಬಿಡುಗಡೆ
ಅನುದಾನ ಟ್ರಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿಡುಗಡೆ ಮಾಡುವಂತೆ ಮಾನ್ಯ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳು ಮನವಿ
ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಕಡೆಗೂ ಉಳಿಕೆ 1.5 ಕೋಟಿ ಅಂತಲೇ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.
ಎಂದು ನಮೂದಿಸಿ ಹಿನ್ನೆಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವೀಕೃತಿಯನ್ನು ಪರಿಶೀಲಿಸಿ ಮಾನ್ಯ ಆದೇಶದಂತೆ ಅಗತ್ಯ ಕ್ರಮ ಕೈಗೊಳ್ಳುವಂತೆ.
Yes, it is forwarded to secretary backward class welfare department.
ಹಾ.
ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಕಾರ್ನರ್.
ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಈಗ ಯಾರು ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು?
ಸೆಕ್ರೆಟರಿ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ವೆಲ್ಫೇರ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್.
ವೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ದಟ್?
ಅವರು ಕೂಡ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಪೇಜ್ ನಂಬರ್
where is that?
42.
ಪ್ರಸ್ಥಾನ
43 may kindly peruse.
ಮೇಲ್ಕಂಡ ಆರ್ಥಿಕ ಇಲಾಖೆ.
ಇದು ಸೆಕ್ರೆಟರಿ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಪ್ರೂವ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಫೈಲ್ ವಾಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಡ್ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ದ ಆನರಬಲ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್. ಫೈನಾನ್ಸ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಪ್ರೂವ್ ಆಗಿ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಪ್ರೂವ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ
ಈಗ ಯಾಕೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ?
ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ಯಾಕೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ
ಅಷ್ಟೇ
ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು.
ಏನ್ರಿ ಇದು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ, ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, ರಿಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ. ಎಸ್ ಸರ್.
lordship documents produced.
ಯಾವಾಗ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ?
Annexure F. I will come to it. Annexure F.
ಸರ್.
Annexure their own document.
ಅನೆಕ್ಸರ್ ಎಫ್ 3.5 ಕೋಟಿ ಇದು.
3.5 ಕೋಟಿ ಇದೆ. Then, my lord, page number
ಅಲ್ಲ ಈಗ ಹೌ ಆರ್ ಯು arguing against the directions of the chief minister?
the chief minister's thing was endorsement saying that
the chief minister signs saying 1.5 crores. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಯಾರಿದು? ಫೈನಾನ್ಸ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ says release 1.5 crores.
I will
Backward class department says release 1.5 crores. The government, the AGA is saying we will not release it.
No, we are not saying we are not.
Yes, sir.
I'm bringing this here. My lord, adralli
How are you justifying this, son?
on 18/1/2020.
No, how are you justifying non-release?
It was cancelled.
Where is it cancelled?
18/1/2023 itself, my lord.
18?
18/1/2023.
Where is the cancellation order? Where is the cancellation?
Yes, my lord.
ಕೊಡಿ.
Annexure F, my lord, page 22.
ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾರ ಅವರು?
ಇವರೇ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
ಪೇಜ್ 32.
ಈ
18/1/23.
ಈ ಹಿಂದೆ
ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಕ್ಲಾರಿಫೈ ಇಟ್. ನಾವೇ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಚೀಫ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಫೈನಾನ್ಸ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಸದ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ 2 ಕೋಟಿ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ 3.5 ಕೋಟಿ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ 2 ಕೋಟಿ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ.
ಒಂದ್ ನಿಮಿಷ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ 3.5 ಕೋಟಿ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ? ಜಾಫರ್ ಒಂದ್ ನಿಮಿಷ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ 3.5 ಕೋಟಿ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ?
Annexure B.
Page
16. It was by the earlier government.
16.
16.
All right.
ಸರ್ವಾಂಗೀಣ ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿ ಕಾಮಗಾರಿಗಳಿಗೆ
3.5 ಕೋಟಿ ಅನುದಾನ ಮಂಜೂರು ಮಾಡಲು ಆದೇಶಿಸಿದೆ.
ಇದು ಚೀಫ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್
earlier chief minister.
That order has not been modified.
All right.
Then
in fact it is confirmed. Yes.
It is sent to the finance department.
Now this
number 17. My lord, it has been approved for release of 3 crore 50 lakh.
All right. Yes.
ಇದು ಕೂಡ ಮಾಡಿಫೈ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ.
ಆಯ್ತು.
That has been approved in the sessions. Page number 18, annexure D. ಅದು ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಮೂರನೇದು ರೈಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವಿಶ್ವ ಗಾಣಿಗರ ಸಮುದಾಯ ಚಾರಿಟಬಲ್ ಟ್ರಸ್ಟ್ ಶ್ರೀ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರ ತೈಲೇಶ್ವರ ಗಾಣಿಗರ ಮಠದ ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿಗೆ 3.5 ಕೋಟಿ ಸೆಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಪ್ರೂವ್ ಆಯ್ತು.
ಆಮೇಲೆ
ಸೊ ದೆನ್ ಮೈ ಲಾರ್ಡ್, ಪೇಜ್ ನಂಬರ್ 19, annexure E. The finance department has forwarded the same to the secretary backward class department to release
2 ಕೋಟಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ?
ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ page number 20 annexure F.
20 annexure F.
ಹೌದು,
ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಯ್ತು?
ಅದರಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಇದನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿಫೈ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. 3.25 ಕೋಟಿ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋ.
ಹೌದು.
ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಈ ಪೇಜ್ ನಂಬರ್ 30, ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಪೇಜ್ ನಂಬರ್ 23, ವಿ ಹಾವ್ ಎಂಟರ್ಡ್ ಇಂಟು ಅನ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ವಿತ್ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ.
ಆಯ್ತು, ಸರಿ.
ಪ್ರೈವೇಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಪೇಜ್ ನಂಬರ್ 32 ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಇದೇನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅನೆಕ್ಷರ್ ಎಫ್ ಪೇಜ್ ನಂಬರ್ 20 ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಮಾಡಿಫೈ ಆಗಿ ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ 2 ಕೋಟಿ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋ.
ಪ್ರಕರಣ ಇದೊಂದು ವಿಶೇಷ ಪ್ರಕರಣವೆಂದು ಪರಿಗಣಿಸಿ 2 ಕೋಟಿ ಸರ್ಕಾರದ ಮಾರ್ಗಸೂಚಿ ಕೆಳಕಂಡ ಷರತ್ತುಗಳು.
ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿಫೈ ಆಗಿದ್ದು 18/10/22 ಸೆಕ್ರೆಟರಿ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಮಾಡಿಫೈ ಆಯ್ತು. ಫೈನಾನ್ಸ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿಫೈ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಸಿಎಂ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿಫೈ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ.
ಆದೇಶವನ್ನು ರದ್ದುಗೊಳಿಸಿದೆ.
ಅದು ಅನೆಕ್ಷರ್ ಎಫ್ ಪೇಜ್ ನಂಬರ್ 20 ಈ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ರದ್ದು.
ಆಯ್ತು. ಎನಿವೇ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಸಬ್ಸಿಕ್ವೆಂಟ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ.
ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಸಬ್ಸಿಕ್ವೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೊಸ ಸಿಎಂ ಬಂದ ಮೇಲೆ ವಿ ಹಾವ್ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಪೇಜ್ ನಂಬರ್ 38 ಅನೆಕ್ಷರ್ ಎಂ ಉಳಿದಿದ್ದು 1.5 ಕೋಟಿ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡಿ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಸಿಎಂ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಅಪ್ರೂವ್ಡ್ ಇಟ್.
Yes, my lord. My lord, on 1910, my lord, what happened was, there was an order where on 18/1/2023, they curtailed the amount that was to be released to 2 crores only. The remaining 1.5 was cancelled. After this cancellation, my lord, they went and gave a representation to the chief minister, saying that initially, the subsequent chief minister then, saying that 3.5 crores was awarded to us, only 2 crores has been released, balance 1.5 crores. What the CM said was, ಅನುಮೋದನೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವೆರಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು. Then what had happened was, this cancellation order was not communicated to the FD. The FD, my lord, then they said, they issued a letter to them.
Cancellation of the order was not by the FD. FD had approved 3.5.
Initially, yes. So 2 crores was released to them after the approval. Now 1.5 crores comes to cancelled by the subsequent government. Then what happens is, my lord, then the FD approval they represented this letter, my lord, on 10/6/2024, where the chief minister just made an endorsement saying that ಮುಖ್ಯ ಕಾರ್ಯ ಆರ್ಥಿಕ ಇಲಾಖೆ ಸ್ಥಗಿತವಾಗ ಅನುಮೋದಿಸಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ to verify and pass. Now the cancellation order was not brought to the knowledge of the finance department.
I will clarify one thing. One clarification.
Once it is clarified, my lord, then subsequently what we have done is the department has written to the finance department to clarify as to what the.
All right, yes.
Because there is a cancellation order. Once there is a cancellation order, we cannot issue the money unless the FD approval has to be given. Now, my lord, what has after we have requested, the finance department, my lord, has asked the department to clarify on that point. Once it is clarified, my lord, then we can.
When is that communication?
Yes, ma'am, I'll give it to you.
When is that communication? After the notice in the writ petition?
Yesterday ಆಗಿರೋದು. Yesterday ನಿನ್ನೆ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು.
Yes. ಆಮೇಲೆ anything else, sir? Yes. The petitioner, Vishwa Ganigara Samudaya Charitable Trust, hereinafter referred to as the Trust for short, is at the doors of this court seeking a direction by issuance of a writ in the nature of mandamus, directing release of 1.5 crores of the total of 3.5 crores that was earlier directed to be released by every department of the state. Heard so and so. Facts in brief germane are as follows. As observed herein above, the petitioner is the trust. First, yen gota Jafar? First, you should stop correcting your mistakes once notice is issued by the court. That should first stop. You should have corrected the mistake then itself. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಟಿಸ್ ನಾಳೆ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಹಿಂದಿನ ದಿನ ಒಂದು ಆರ್ಡರ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಕಂಟೆಂಪ್ಟ್. ಎಸ್, ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಅಡ್ವೈಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ದಿ petitioner, as observed herein above, is a trust for observed herein above is a trust. It would suffice if the narration in the petition would begin from a representation that is given by the trust to the backward classes welfare department for earmarking certain amount in the budget for the years 2022-2023. The representation was submitted on 24/4/2022. The representation was for the construction of of Ganigara Samudaya of in building it.
Several activities.
Of several construction activities. The assessment was at 3.5 crores. This is placed before the the then Chief Minister who approves 3.5 crores, the approval reads as follows. This is then taken to the Finance Department. The Finance Department also gives its approval, Annexure C, page 17, marked portion. After the approval, the file is placed before the Backward Classes Department, who had to release the amount. The Backward Classes Department also opines that the entire 3.5 crores should be released. No, adamele 2012 first ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು should be released. The order reads as follows, page 21, 22, marked portion. Pursuant to the Backward Classes Department also opining that 3.5 crores should be released, the trust is said to have entered into an agreement for construction with a government department. Things standing thus, a communication is said to have sprung from the Backward Class Department, curtailing the 3.5 crores for an immediate release of 2 crores. Therefore, 2 crores is released. The government changes. Later, when the other 1.5 crores was not released, the trust submits a representation to the present Chief Minister, who would endorse that, who would approve and endorse for verification and further action. This is placed before the Finance Department. The Finance Department opines as follows, page 41. The opinion is release of 1.5 crores. It is again placed, ಇದೆಲ್ಲಿ 42 ಏನು?
42 is the
The Finance Department, ಇದು.
ಹೌದು,
32 ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರು
it
ಹಾಕಿರೋ
is
document ಅಲ್ಲೇ
forwarded to the
41 and 42 both, madam.
part one and
Page 41 and 42. Therefore, there is finance approval also for the release of the funds, but 1.5 crores is not released. It is therefore the petitioner trust is before this court seeking release of the said amount. The release of the remainder of 1.5 crores.
Annexure K, what they have produced itself says that it was cancelled.
Annexure K page.
Page 31 ನಲ್ಲಿ. ಅದ್ರ page
Correct. ಅದನ್ನೇ that I will answer.
ಈ ಹಿಂದೆ ಹೊರಡಿಸಿರೋ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಆದೇಶ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆ
ರದ್ದುಪಡಿಸಿದೆ ಅಂತ. Correct. Yes. ಆಮೇಲಿಂದ ಮತ್ತೆ ಎಮರ್ಜ್ ಆಗಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ. Yes, so and so. The learned counsel appearing for the petitioner would vehemently contend that the order that is projected as cancellation is not an order cancellation by the Finance Department or by any other department or even by the Backward Classes Department, as the earlier order of 18/10/2022 was restricted to 2 crores, terming it to be cancellation. Terming it to be cancellation. He would further contend that subsequent orders passed by the Finance Department or even the Backward Class Department would clearly indicate that the petitioner trust is entitled to the remaining 1.5 crores. The learned counsel, learned AGA, per contra, the learned AGA would refute the submissions in contending that the order dated 18/10/2022 has been cancelled. Has been withdrawn or cancelled, and the amount is restricted to 2 crores, and 2 crores has already been released. In the light of the release of 2 crores, the petitioner would not become entitled to the remainder of 1.5 crores. He would contend that the Finance Department was not aware of the fact of the cancellation of the order and therefore had given its approval at a subsequent date. He would seek to place a document on record, which is of yesterday's date, which is of 25/3/2025, when the matter was completely heard and the matter was posted for the dictation of orders.
21.
21 and so and so. This would not inspire even, so and so, to contend that the petition should be dismissed as 2 crores is already paid. I have given my source. The aforenarrated facts, the quoted orders are all not in dispute. The petitioner trust, having been offered 3.5 crores for the government, has entered into agreement for construction. And when only 2 crores was released and 1.5 crores had not been released, the subsequent orders are passed by the Finance Department and even the Backward Classes Department for release of 1.5 crores. In every communication, what is discernible is the remainder of 1.5 crores to be released. Therefore, all the wings of the government have always thought that the amount of 3.5 crores was approved and what was paid was only 2 crores. 1.5 crores is yet to be paid. The document that the learned AGA now wants to place before the court, which is dated 21/3/2025, does not inspire even a semblance of confidence, as it is during the hearing or after the hearing was over, the finance department is sought to have finance department is seeking to seek clarification when the orders are passed not once but twice. If the finance department had not gone through the papers and passed, it is ununderstandable as to how the finance department has observed that 1.5 crores has to be remaining 1.5 crores has to be given to the petitioner trust. In the light of the subsequent communications emerging from the approval of the chief minister and the approval of the finance department, approval of the backward classes department, the amount is yet to be paid is what shocks the court. Therefore, it becomes a classic case where a direction is to be issued, not to consider release of payment, but to release the payment to the petitioner within release the payment of 1.5 crores within 4 weeks from the date of receipt of the copy of the order, failing which the petitioner would become entitled to interest at 6% from the date it fell due till the date of its payment. Yes. Next.